My name is Mallory and welcome to my YouTube channel, Graceful Pilates. Today's video is a mat class. It is a level 1 full body. I am going to be using optional props today, which include wrist and ankle weights. These are about 2 or 3 pounds. Then I also have a yoga block and a yoga ball. All of these are optional props. They just add a level of spiciness to the workout. Again, it is full body. There are going to be a couple of modifications, especially if you have any shoulder injuries, because it's a little more shoulder heavy for this workout. I am on a mattified mat extender on my leg row 2. If you do not have a mat extender, you don't have a reformer, and you just have a yoga mat, perfect. There will be no standing exercises for this workout, just supine, side lying, kneeling, and prone. Okay, so to begin, place all of those weights on your wrists as well as on your ankles, just to spice it up, I guess. Anyways, okay, without further ado, again, if you have ankle and wrist weights, please put them on for the entire workout. Okay, so you can take them off, of course, as needed. So to begin, lay down supine. If you have a yoga ball, please go ahead and grab that. You're going to want to have a neutral spine, widen those sit bones, widen those collarbones, lengthen that neck starting at the ceiling, up ahead. Knees are going to go 90 into a nice little tabletop. The ball is going to go in between those weights. You are going to want to have a nice sturdy base. Adjust as needed for a nice leg press. So press those legs out. Really make sure that your arms are long and firm, helping support you. Just for a count of 8. Halfway there. Focus on your lower stomach. Don't let your lower back compensate. Don't go fully extended if you feel like your legs are doing all of the work. Okay, now for this next one, if you can, fully extend those legs and just pulse those legs inch up and down. Again, zip up those stomachs, belly button, suck it in towards your back. Halfway there. One more, hold it. Good. Now, legs go back into that tabletop. Now, you have a couple of options here. It is for a curl up. So what you will do is you will either lift starting with your head, your neck. Don't rest on your scapulas. If you can, carefully lift on up. Grab that ball if you have one, and ball goes overhead, and then lift again, placing that ball in between those ankles. Same exact movement. Now, if you do not have a ball, or if you're having any neck issues, you are more than welcome to just do hundreds. Okay? Lower your neck if you need to. Okay, so again, starting in tabletop for a modified curl up, what you're going to do for a count of 8 is carefully lift starting the cervical region, grab that ball up ahead, and then overhead. Don't let those shoulders get too high. Then carefully place that ball back. Lift back down. Lift back down, go back down. Now, again, this time, the opposite hand is going to grab that ball. Halfway there. And lower. One more. Good. Yay. Okay. Carefully place those legs down. You are done with that yoga ball. You can keep it to the side for the side lying series, but that was it. Otherwise, now, carefully, both arms go nice and long down by your sides, solid base, so that you can go into a shoulder bridge. You want your feet evenly planted. Again, lengthen that neck, staring straight up ahead. You're going to make sure that your lumbar region is planted into that mat in the beginning. Neutral spine, widen that collarbone, widen those sit bones. Okay, carefully roll those hips up, one vertebrae at a time, into a nice shoulder bridge. As you lift, you want to see that your hips are nice and even. You do not want to lock out those hips. Don't let your neck get strained. Slowly, one vertebrae at a time, even hips, as you roll all the way back down for a count of 8. Again, lift, roll those hips up into a beautiful shoulder bridge. Do not let those hips fall. Slowly, one vertebrae at a time. It's better to go slow than fast for those deep 6 glute muscles in those hips. Slowly lower all the way down. You're halfway there. Again, lift, 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 lift. Do not lock out those knees. Slowly lower all the way down. One vertebrae at a time. Each time you rise, see if you can get those hips just a little bit higher up without compromising your spine. Just 2 more. On the last one, you're going to stay fully lifted. So on this next one, meet me all the way up. Try to make sure those hips are nice and even. Lift up just an inch more if you can. Now, make sure that those shoulders are really glued onto that mat. Don't let those hips fall. Arms are just going to lift, maintaining that bridge. Palms facing each other. And lower back down. Again, lift for a count of 8. And slowly lower. Those arms are the only thing moving. Try not to let those hips sway too much. And lower. Halfway there. Lift those arms, palms facing each other. And slowly lower. Feel that in your biceps and your shoulders. Your shoulders are really your base right now. Really make sure those are nice and planted. Just 2 more. Okay, on this next one, keep your arms up in the air, facing each other. Now just for a rotation. Right arm is gonna go long. Right arm goes up. Left arm goes down. Left arm goes up. You wanna make sure that your shoulders are not going, your arms are not going past your shoulders. You can have a micro bend as you go down if you do not have enough space. Halfway there. Lift those hips if you need to. I know I saw my hips sink there. Hold and squeeze those glutes the entire time. Just 3 more on each side. For a nice rotation. Okay, 1 more on each side. Good. Keep those arms up. Now just pulse. Micro pulse. Lifting those hips up an inch. Palms facing each other. Keep those arms steady. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Slowly lower those hips all the way down. Arms go down by your sides. Beautiful. Now, knees go to chest. Roll like a ball. Windshield wipers, whatever feels nice. That bridge was for a while, so really listen to your body. Maybe do a nice piriformis stretch. Whatever your hips need. Okay, carefully lift on up. The next position is going to be a 4-point kneel. So 4-point kneel on your knees, palms on the mat. You want to make sure, here I'll scoot back so you can see better. You want to make sure that your shoulders are not going past your wrists here. Make sure that your fingers are widespread and that you have equal weight on both of them. Your knees are going to go hip distance, square those hips, staring straight down. Try not to let your neck bend over. Start with an opposition. So your left hand is going to go up as your right leg goes out, okay? So nice and slow. Do a pulse up, then the other side. This is great for balance and coordination. Really zip up those abs. Don't forget to breathe. Halfway there. Really make sure that you are not putting too much weight on one side. Really try to make sure those hips stay nice and square. 2 more on each side. Beautiful. Okay, start in position, 4-point kneel. Again, do not let those shoulders go past those wrists. Staring down at the mat.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Siri, stop. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so now, 4-point kneel. what you're going to do, it's called a fire hydrant. So, starting with your right leg, so make sure your left leg is nice and strong in this position. You are just going to lift that right leg and then lower, barely grazing that mat before returning for a count of 8. You might even want to let your knee hover, not even touch that mat. Do not over arch this movement. Your hips should only be going 90. Really focus on those hips, halfway there, before going on to the other side. Really make sure those hips are nice and square. 2 more. And lower. Now on to the other side. Same exact movement, except now the left leg is the working leg. So really make sure that right leg is nice and steady. Again, long arms. You can have a micro bend in those elbows if you need to. Do not let those shoulders go past those wrists. Lift that working leg up into a 90, returning. Lift and return. Do not let too much weight compensate onto the other side. You are halfway there. Two more. 1 more, hold it. Lower on, down. Now for a quick little child's pose. Okay, for this next series, or this next set, I should say, it is pretty shoulder heavy, so you have a couple of options, okay? You can do a full thread the needle. You can do thread the needle, shoulder taps, or holding this kneel position, okay? Either way, really make sure that your belly button is sucked in as if it's sucked into the back. So zip up those abs. Again, my favorite cue for this, do not let those shoulders go past those wrists. Now, if you are doing a thread the needle, what you're going to do is start with the right arm going long, and then swoop that right arm underneath the left arm. Head is going to face left side, and then lift on up, okay? And then for the other side, same thing, just opposite direction. Left arm would go long facing the arm, then you would carefully swoop that left arm over, bending that right, okay? And then we're turning to start. Okay. Otherwise, you are going to be doing shoulder taps, where you alternate which hand touches that shoulder, or you are holding that 4-point nail. Whatever your body says, please honor it today. So, if you're doing a thread the needle, you're going to be doing 4 on one side, then 4 on the other. Otherwise, you will be doing a count of, let me do math, a count of 12 shoulder taps, or you're going to be holding for 30 seconds this 4-point nail. Okay, so to begin, if you're doing a thread the needle, this is more advanced, so go nice and slow, starting with the right hand side. Otherwise, you're doing alternating shoulder taps, or for 30 seconds you are holding that kneel. 1 more on this side. Good. Now if you're doing suavecito, onto the other side. Left arm goes long. Carefully swoop it over under that base arm. Two more. Nice and slow. One more. Good. Return to start into child's pose, whatever set you decided to do. Beautiful work. Okay, carefully now transition into seated. So for seated, this is going to be more arm heavy. So if you do not have 2 sets of ankle and wrist weights, please put them on your wrists. If you don't have those, you can either just use arm weights, or if you have hand weights, this would be a great time to grab them. Okay, so carefully sit on that booty, widen those sit bones, feet are planted in front of you. Couple of options here, okay? So starting with a chest press, you're going to make a goalpost with those arms and just lift them as if you are up against a wall, and you're just sliding those arms up for a count of 8. Do not let those shoulders bunch up. Halfway there. One more. Beautiful. Hold it there, lower on down for a moment. Now into a lateral raise. So long arms. Your arms are gonna start down by your sides, okay? And you're just gonna lift them so that they are parallel. Palms facing down, then lower, down by your sides. I keep hitting my little background for a count of 8. If you need to, please have a micro bend in those elbows. Maybe I should, so I stop hitting my wall here. Don't let those shoulders get too high up. 3 more. Two more. On this next one, you are going to hold those arms out nice and long and just inch up and down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, staring straight ahead. 3, lift that chest. 2, and 1. Beautiful. Lower on down those arms. Now, on to the sideline series. And then just after that will be prone. So, laying on your right hand side, if you have a yoga ball or a yoga block, this would be a great time to use it to support your neck. Otherwise, you can just lay it on your forearm. Whatever resource you have, please use it. So, laying on down, you are going to have your bottom arm either as your forearm holding your head. If you have a yoga block or yoga ball, your lower or your right arm is going to be grabbing that block or ball. Both knees are going to be bent. Stack that neck with your hips and your knees. This is going to be a lot of knee flexion and extension, so just keep that in mind. Your top arm or your left arm can either be bent by your side, or it can go long, or if it's more comfortable, you can have it out in front of you on that mat. Listen to your body, lots of options here. Just make sure either way that your hips are nice and square. Really focus on your knees during this exercise. So if you have knee problems, please modify accordingly. Zip up those abs, staring straight ahead. Don't let that knee, do not let that neck hunch over, okay? Now, your top leg or your left leg is going to go up 2 inches from the bottom leg or the right leg. You want them nice and stacked. All you are going to do is press that leg out, parallel foot the entire time. Return to start for nice knee flexion. Again, staring straight ahead for a count of 8. Stack as you return, just pressing and then returning. Try to breathe out as you extend. Just 3 more. Lower arm down for a moment. For 1 more set. Adjust as you need to. And again, lift that top working leg. Knee stacked, hip stacked, press out, parallel foot. Or if you like a challenge, you can do an external rotation with that foot. So toe pointing to that ceiling, up to you. Listen to your body and press out and return and press out. Really feel that movement in the hip, focusing on your knee movement. Halfway there. Keep in mind on this last one, you're going to keep that leg nice and lifted. 3 more. Slower is better. Don't let those knees go past each other as you return to start. Really staring straight ahead. Long leg. Okay, return to start. Keeping that leg nice and lifted. All you're going to do is lift, return, and lower, hinging for a nice knee adduction. So going away from the body. And then returning to that body. Again, just for a count of 8. Really feel that movement. Don't let your lower body compensate. The work should be in those hips and those glutes, focusing on that knee adduction. One more. Hold it open. Lower arm down. Take a deep breath. Really make sure that those hips are even. Now just one more set on the other side before we prone down. You are almost there. Okay. Once again, lift that top left leg just a couple of inches from the other one, making sure that they're stacked. Hinging that leg up and then lowering. Up and then lowering. Halfway there. Make sure that you are working those hips. One more. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Slowly return all the way down. Now, what you did on one side, you must do on the other. So, carefully lift up, going on to the other side. So again, if you have a yoga block, or if you have a yoga ball, please use that to support your head here. Adjust so that you have a long neck. Both legs are going to be bent. If you do not have a yoga block or yoga ball, left arm or left forearm is going to be supporting that neck here. Okay. Top arm can either go out in front of you, bend at your side, or long at your side. Listen to your body. Okay, so scoot so that you can adjust your body so that you are stacked from your head, neck, back, hips, and knees. Okay, your top leg is going to lift 2 inches, still stacked. For a nice knee flexion, just press that leg out, parallel feet for this set, and press out, returning. Don't let those knees go past each other. Staring straight ahead. Keep that hip even the entire time. Good, you're halfway there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it on out. Carefully return to start and lower on down. Take a nice deep inhale and then an exhale. Still staring straight ahead, making sure that your neck is not bent or you're not bent to your chest with your chin. Carefully raise that top leg and press out. You can either have parallel feet, or if on the other side you did do an external rotation, have that foot pointed towards, or those toes pointed towards the ceiling. Either way, as you return to start, make sure that those knees are stacked. They're not going past each other. You're halfway there on this next set. Remember, when you return to start, you were not lowering those legs. Just 3 more. 2. Okay, on this next one, knees are stacked, hips are stacked, legs are stacked. Just hinge for that knee adduction and return to start. Really listen to your hips. Smaller movements, smaller controlled movements are bigger than loose uncontrolled movements. Halfway there. One more. Good. Return to start. Now slowly lower all the way down for a nice little second break. Okay. Lift on up for the last set, for another set of 8. You may notice that one side is harder to do than the other. Still focus on that movement. You're halfway there. Starting straight ahead. One more. Okay, carefully return to start. Lower those legs all the way down. Beautiful. Carefully lift on up to seated. Now for just the last part of this workout today, carefully transition into prone position. So carefully lower arm down onto your stomach using your forearms. One forearm is going to stack on top of each other. Your head is going to go and relax on those hands, not on those forearms, because if you have those wrist weights, you don't want to hurt your form here. Starting with a hamstring curl. So for a hamstring curl, your legs are going to stay, specifically your hamstrings, are going to stay glued to that mat. You are just going to have your knee go 90, foot flexed, okay? You do not want it to go towards your butt, okay? So starting with just the right side and then going to the left side, okay? So you are going to be having your forehead facing down, resting on those legs, starting with just the left side. Really trying to make sure that you are keeping that 90-degree bend for that nice hamstring curl. Halfway there. One more. Good. Lower arm down. Now onto the other side. Again, as you lift that left leg now, you are going to keep your knees bent at 90 and lower. And lower. For these first few, to get familiar with the form, you may want to look, if you can, in the mirror. Otherwise, head should be facing down, forehead rested on that hand. You are halfway there. Hold it up on that last one. Good, lower all the way down. Okay. Now, to end. One more set on each side. Try not to look in the mirror if you can. Really try to listen to your body. Starting again with the right hand side for that hamstring curl. Another count of 8. Just 2 more, then the other side. And then for a nice thoracic extension to end today's workout. Good. Now the left side. The left hamstring curl. You're halfway there. Good. Lower all the way down. Okay, now arms are going to be tucked in by your sides. Head is on that mat. Okay, you have a couple of options for this cool down. You can just have a nice lift of that neck if you can. Hold it there. Or if you can, for a full swan extension, lift on up, microbend in those elbows. For a nice thoracic extension for a count of 30 seconds, inhaling and exhaling. or listen to your body staring straight ahead if you're in a full swan extension. Don't forget to breathe. You're halfway there. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower all the way down, melting into that mat. Carefully sit on up into a seated position. That completes today's workout for a full body workout. This is my YouTube channel. My name is Mallory here at Graceful Pilates. I hope you enjoyed today's workout. Please like, comment, and subscribe what you would like to see next. I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks. Bye.